Okay, so welcome to Get 'em Uncut. So today I'm gonna be talking about sponsorship and brand ambassador, the difference between the two, and what things sponsors look for when they want to sponsor you. So I'm gonna tell you about my experience with sponsors, and I'm gonna tell you my experience as a brand ambassador. So sponsorship, when I had my magazine, I had to get sponsors for the magazine. Sponsors like advertisement, basically. They want to get their name out, they want to get more business. So you have to offer something to them to get what you want. And it can save you money. Like this banner you see behind me, a sponsor paid for that. They made that for me. And I had to pay out of my pocket. It'd been a lot of money. A lot of other things they had got for me when I did the magazine. But then in return, I had to put a name on a logo on billboards, TV commercials, radio commercials that I did, newspapers, articles that when they interviewed me, I had to do a shout out for them or something. So, or their name or logo on flyers. So you have to offer them something in return. Now, if you're an athlete or something, what they look for is your Instagram account, your TikTok account, and your Facebook account. They look at how many followers you have and the content that you have on when you post. So your content kind of depicts on what kind of sponsor is going to look at you. Now sometimes they might not comment, they might not like you, they might not follow you, but someone's always watching what you post. So that's why you want to be careful of what you post and think twice before you post something. Now, brand ambassador, I have if you on Instagram, you see some offers on Facebook too, but you see a lot on Instagram. When you post something, you might see something that says, somebody send you an IM message saying, hey, we'd like you to be our ambassador, we'd like you to be an ambassador for our product. I get a lot of these on Instagram. The year before last year, I had an offer for a brand ambassador for a company, and this was a pretty known company on social media. And there's a couple things different between sponsorship and brand ambassador. Sponsorship, as an athlete, that's what you want to strive for. But at the same time, sponsorship can let you go at any time. A sponsor can. But you have to look at the rules that the sponsor have on the contract. And you have to read that contract carefully. Some of them want you to be exclusively. That means they don't want you to have any affiliation or advertise any other products that is their competitor. So, for instance, brand ambassadors are the same way. So for a brand ambassador, I had one company, it's a supplement company, that offered me to be their brand ambassador. I was looking into it. However, when I used to work at GNC, when I see people come in, I know what people want. I know what kind of money they look to spend as an athlete. The product, so to be the brand ambassador, which makes sense, the company says in order to be a good brand ambassador, to even be a brand ambassador for us, you have to use our products. In order to talk about the products, you have to use it. You can't talk about it if you never use a product, which is true. And they had package deals. Some of them were like 200, 300, 700. They had different prices. So you had to buy the product, use the product, you had to take classes, and then you could sell the product. Now, some of the product, when I was looking at it, it has good ingredients, it's a good product. However, the price is to me, it's kind of high for an athlete, or some athletes. Because the reason I say that is because, for instance, when I used to work in a supplement store, an athlete come in and said, I want to get some protein. Okay? Now you got 3 different levels of protein. You have one, it's kind of like, for instance, we want to give like an example. Let me say brand X. Brand X is the high quality. It might be 70, 80 bucks. Then you got brand Z. Brand Z might be about 60 to 50 bucks. Then you got C. C might be like 30 to 40 bucks. And the friends, they know to use brand C. They see the results they have and see how much money it is. So they're gonna go for brand C. It doesn't cost them that much money. And for the highest one, they figure, well, I can get BCAAs, I can get other supplements, I can get protein, I can get it for the same, all this together equal to the same price as the high one. So I don't know what happened there. For some reason, that lost people there. I lost the feed there. So let me get back to what I was talking about. So a brand ambassador also. We'll go back to what I was talking about. I lost it when for some reason Facebook did something and dropped the feed. So a sponsorship, the goal is an athlete. You want them to pay for your supplements. If you can't, get them to pay for your meals. Get them to pay for your travel. Get them to pay for your clothing when you work out in the gym. Some of them will pay, they give you like a kind of like a paycheck. Your goal, your job is to work out in the gym and to do videos to advertise to other people about their product. Now that will save you money, and also you get paid for it. But an ambassador, you have 3 types of protein. Okay, 3 types of protein. Okay, I'm gonna go back. So what I'm talking about 3 types of protein is, so you got, I say brand X, Y, and C. Okay, so if you got a high protein, okay, and then you got one, say you have like Synthesis, and say you have Gold Standard. Okay, now people gonna look at the price. Some are gonna also look at what their friends take, and they're gonna look at what has a deal. Like some of them look for what's on sale. Okay, now there's a lot of athletes, a lot of people when they come in the store, they get the cheapest one they can find that's gonna do the job. Some of them go for the high one, some of them go for the middle one, but most of them gonna go for the one that's on sale or the one that they can afford. Because now a lot of them when they come in the store, they want to get big, they want to stay in shape, but they don't want to spend a lot of money. So you have to. So the thing is, in order to be the brand ambassador for that company, I couldn't see some of my friends that I know that I work out with spend that kind of money on the product. So it'd be kind of hard for me to sell it. So I wouldn't be successful in the long run. I wouldn't be successful in anything I do. Anything I be a brand ambassador or anything I do, I want to be successful in it. And so I said, well, maybe that's not for me, you know. So I waited, and I got this. When I waited, I got this contract from this big company that I was excited for. They sent me a contract, asked me to be a brand ambassador. It's like maybe 3-4 pages contract. And so I was looking at it, and I was about to sign it, and somebody was looking at it, and it was like, they said, well, did you look at everything that it had in there? I was like, yeah. And some of the things they were asking for, see me, when I was competing, it was kind of hard for me to do. They had to do 2 to 4 posts on Instagram, had to do the same thing on Facebook, had also had to do videos, and so many a week. I had to post comments on their sites. I had to do reviews. I had to purchase product, talk about the product that I purchased, and I had to be exclusive. That means no one else, strictly them. It was a contract. So I was like, as I started getting more into the game, I started learning stuff. I was like, I don't want to be exclusive, because I've seen other athletes have like their brand ambassador for like 3 or 4 different companies. I said, well, that's something I want to do. I don't want to be just exclusive to one, because then it's kind of hard for me to, if somebody offer me another offer, I can't take it. So I had other offers for like jewelry. I had other offers for like clothing lines, and I had offers for sunglasses, supplements. So I always look at all the products. Like, can I see myself selling that? Can I see myself pushing that, or going to the gym, even wearing that clothing? So you have to look at all that, because when the brand ambassador, they're gonna look at everything on your social media sites. And for instance, I got a friend, his daughter, 2 daughters. When the coronavirus started, they were sitting at home bored, had nothing to do. And his wife told me this, had nothing to do. So she said, you got to get up and you got to do something. So what they did, they got on TikTok and they made videos. So they made dancing videos. And before you know it, they had so many followers. Now they get like $2,000 checks just to do a 15-minute segment of like some makeup or whatever. They're getting checks in left and right. And that's from the social media, because the social media, the site is growing more and more and more on TikTok. But so they say it's so hard because you got to be consistent. That's one thing about social media. You got to be consistent. So one day you can't post something, in 2 or 3 days you don't post anything at all, and then one day you post 10 things. You got to be consistent, like 1 thing a day or 2 a day, but you got to be consistent. So that's what they was doing. They was posting one. What they ended up doing is get a video, we record 7 at a time, And even though they're busy, they just post one, post another next day, post another next day. Cause they do 7